Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just got back from the gym a little while ago. I'm rushing around like a madman trying to get a bunch of things finished up because I'm going to Pensacola tomorrow and I'm going to spend the night and I'm going to be there pretty much from in the morning until the following day in the evening. So need to catch up on some things, get ahead a little bit, take care of some things for my mom, and just cranking out videos today. And wanted to talk today, and this is from very personal experience, about what's keeping me sane in the States right now. Raw vegan might be a little part of that. Anyhow, I do videos like this every day, so if you're not already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button now. Click on the little bell and check send notifications so you will stay subscribed to the channel. It's been good. I don't want to get on here and exaggerate like I don't have anything major going on. But I've been a little anxious, I guess, since I've been to the States. I feel sometimes like I'm a high performance engine just revving, but I can't go yet. Other things prevent me. Other things get in my way. I have to work with other people, or I have to wait on somebody for this or that, whether it's been the internet or whatever. And, I just like that clear path where I'm in total control, but such is life, yes? And also, as you know from watching me, I've been by myself, isolated on a mountain for a year, so I'm a little squirrely, I'm a little edgy. It'll take me a little while to assimilate getting back in and getting things done and getting back into that productive mode, or that uber productive mode that I want to be in. So, like I say, it's been a question of getting things done, reorienting to being here, getting a driver's license, getting my world set up with cellular and internet and all that kind of good stuff, and trying to get to that point of actually getting these projects launched that I'm working on. You have frustrations that come up here and there. I've had a number of frustrations in the week since I've been back. Once again, I'm not whining or pissing and moaning there, because none of them have been all that serious in the big scheme of things. And it just makes me realize that most things that we let get us anxious, that we worry about, that we fret over, that we scream about, aren't really that big in the big picture. If we're able to have that clarity just to step back for a minute, take a breath, and like really see what it is, most of the time we'll go like, yeah, it's really just not that big of a deal. Now, that's easier for me to say now. I think about how I used to deal with things in the past, and just little things, that would pop up, and I would just let them get into my head, and I would let them, get me angry for a day, or I would let them just throw me off my game. Now I've gotten, I'm much more effective with dealing with these things, and I've had a good number of them, over the past month, here and there. Or I don't know that I've had any more than normal, but I'm starting with this mindfulness practice, which we'll get into that part of it in a minute. I'm starting to notice these things when I start getting agitated, when I start getting, where I start feeling when I start remembering this thing from the past, when I would just start building up. I just immediately release that valve, and I'm like, okay, chill out here. And a big part of it that's given me, the tools to do that has been the raw vegan lifestyle, no doubt. Like I said, and I've talked about that in videos about people's emotional and mental balance. Like for me, that cleansing, that's been one of the biggest benefits of eating this high raw vegan lifestyle for the past 5 years. Is just having that kind of clarity and just, that lightness to where I don't have that energy, that heavy energy. I think, the food, there's energy associated with the food. And I'm not just talking about the animal products, but I'm just talking about heavy, weighing you down food, an unhealthy way of living that also messes with your head as well. I've just noticed I've been able to process things a lot better ever since I came to this lifestyle, going back to when I was locked up in Panama, 4 years ago. Sometimes I've wondered how would I have dealt with that? How would it have been different if I'd have still been in my crazy, drinking days and eating like I used to eat back then? So, I'm here. And I also I find too that that in times when I'm having stress, and you might take notes here because it really is true. when I'm having issues or when I'm just getting worked up or agitated over something, those are the times I need to eat cleaner. Pay attention right there, because most people's instincts take them to the opposite. They have some sort of problem or trouble, or they're sad, or they're mad, or they're depressed, or they're whatever. And what's the go-to? Eating things, eating junk, eating things, whether it's junk on another person's level or how we consider junk, it's still eating things, putting things into our bodies that we don't want, just as some sort of a coping mechanism to, oh, we're going to make this better. As I was leaving the gym today, I was just laughing. I don't know how the thought popped into my head, but I was thinking, oh, this would have been one of those days like years ago where it's, it's the end of the day, everything's done now. And I was thinking, man, it's time for a drink, time to get my drink on. Now think about if you've ever used that. I mean, think about that mentality. Man, I really need a drink after work today. Oh God, I need a cigarette. I mean, come on, that was such backwards thinking back in the day, because all that did was it either delayed dealing with something or it just amplified it and made it worse. The cigarette, everybody thinks, oh, I'll calm down with a cigarette. It gets your heart racing. Same with the booze. But, now I feel I have those tools. And as I've added this mindfulness practice of meditation, I'm very pleased with my practice, only in the sense, your practice is good and bad at times. It just is what it is. But I'm pleased that I'm able to use it. That's the biggest thing, is that I'm able to take it off my meditation cushion and use it in day-to-day life. And I feel it when it's welling up, and I catch these things. Whereas in the past, I might have let it festered for a little bit and let myself get worked up, heated, whatever you want to call it. But now it's like the second there's unrest, I'm mindful of that. And I'm like, let's work on letting this go. Now, it's not always as simple as that. I've told you there's certain things I've done in my life where I just flipped a switch in my head. There's other things, not so easy. Letting go of something is easier said than done, because that monkey mind has a different idea. And when you try to fight that monkey mind, he just digs in even more stubborn. So yeah, I catch myself all the time, and if I have to, I walk away. Like this morning, okay, midday today. 3 or 4 things just nothing was clicking today. Nothing was clicking. Back in the day, my mom would have probably been like, okay, he's nuts. Better keep the phone in case I need to call the police or something. And I'd been screaming and whatever. But you know what I did around 11:30 today, when I kind of got a couple of things settled and figured out? I said, okay, that's it. I need to just go deprocess for a little bit. So I went in the kitchen, I cut me up a couple of peaches, 3 peaches, and ate 3 peaches. And then I said, you know what, I think we need to do middle of the day. We need to meditate during the middle of the day. And I came in this room. I meditate in this room over in another spot. And I sat and I did a meditation. And then I did a little extra one. I did I just was doing one with a little breathing work, laying in Shavasana. Which is the corpse pose, generally at the end of yoga class. And just doing that, I meditated for maybe 20 minutes. I had my peaches. I got up from meditating, and all there was like a great big smile on my face, because, when you settle down and when you get into the quiet, when you get into the silence that's in your head, you just realize it's not, nobody died. I'm not going to die. I'm in good health. I didn't lose any money. I was minorly inconvenienced. And most of the time when I had reactions in the past, it was probably not a whole lot more than that. Yeah, I've been through things that were more than a minor inconvenience, but most of the time we react to things, a lot of the times we're exaggerating them. So yeah, definitely the cleaner I'm eating, the better. And with this meditation practice, I just feel like I have a complete toolbox to deal with different situations in life. Now, granted, I'm working on strengthening these tools while life is good. Because if you've watched my channel, you're probably thinking, okay, when's the shoe going to drop? Like, he's always happy, he's always positive, how it leads I do live a simple life, but it's a pretty good life. Don't have a lot of issues or problems, but that could change at any moment. And then the little thing, it's almost like working out. It's almost like practicing an art of some sort. It's like I'm just dealing with small fires right now, but what I do every day, the way I eat with my meditation practice is all exercise, it's all practice, it's all building up, and hopefully as time goes by and I'm cleaner for more, I have more years where I've been eating clean, more years when I've been meditating, and just basically being still within myself. This will give me the tools for when that day comes and I have something really serious to deal with. I don't hope it won't happen. Maybe it won't happen, but the odds are we all go through things in life. So anyhow, yeah, I've just found this has been a really good way for me to deal with it. And I just felt like sharing that because I'd had a kind of a crappy morning, but I shook it off pretty quickly. And like I say, I realized, Now, okay, I will, full disclosure, if I still have a little wonky internet issue, but it drops every once in a while. The guy's gonna come back and check it. Now, if I was sitting in the house and right now I've got two different internet connections. Yeah, if I was sitting in the house and I didn't have any internet for the whole day, okay, that would amp it up a little bit. But still, even in the big picture, man, there's people that don't eat every day. There's people that ain't got a roof over their head, and it's hot as hell here. I mean, I can't even imagine not having a roof over your head, not having air conditioning or a fan. So, a lot of it too. That's the little bow that ties it all up is I try to practice gratitude every day. So, all these little tools, raw vegan food, meditation, just practicing gratitude on a constant basis are all tools that I keep in my tool belt that I can bring out, when I have issues in life. So anyhow, just wanted to share that with you. Maybe it's a little practical help. Maybe it's just a story from a crazy old man. Anyhow, hope you guys are having a great day, great week, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.